Hello and welcome to Culture Shock, the pop culture podcast brought to you by three aging millennials and our outdated opinions. I'm your host, Corey, and with me today is...
Hey, I'm Adrian, and to quote one of my favorite movies of all time, life is like a box of chocolates. It doesn't last long if you're fat.
I'm Mike, and I held the door for someone too far away. Now we're both committed to a relationship neither of us wanted.
Guys, I did it. I finally have the body I want. It's easy, actually. You just have to want a really shitty body. Well, it's that time of year again, everybody. We've done this for the last 2 years, I think. This is our third annual stand-up comedy special for April 1st. I think they always release on the 1st. I can't remember, but yeah. I know it's always around then.
What's the deal?
Guys, we're going to have more of these in the Police Academy.
What's the deal with April 1st?
What's the deal with Culture Shock stand-up episodes?
Why don't they make the whole April 1st out of the box?
Why don't they make the whole thing? Wait, what? It's taking my brain a second.
Sorry.
Granted, I've smoked a lot of marijuana. That took my brain a second.
Adrian and I, at least, grew up loving stand-up comedians. Mike, I think, loved a couple, but he never really got super into it until we started making him watch comedy. Yeah. Now, he is super into one guy specifically.
Really into one guy?
Fucking cracks me
Norman, up. I mean, everybody should be into him. He's great.
His line deliveries.
I love stand-up comedians so much, I let one masturbate in front of me. I won't say any names.
He asked me twice, and I still said yes.
Louis C.K.
It's weird is like, I noticed in the special I watched, Mark Norman, he doesn't miss a beat. Like, it just keeps going. Like, the way he doesn't even wait for people to laugh. He just keeps going.
He builds onto his joke, where like a lot of comedians, it's like punchline, laugh, and then the next part, laugh. He just boom, boom.
Yeah, he
boom,
just keeps
boom.
going.
It's like a
he's like a robot.
I'm like a small queer comedy telling robot. Whoa, did I say queer?
Well, it's funny because he said a robot thing. You know, he's like, I try to avoid small talk, so I made smaller talk. Now people think I'm a malfunctioning robot.
Yeah.
I watched his newest one, None Too Pleased, on Netflix, and I'm going to tell you right now,
please. I
think I understand why Mike loves him so much. Watching this special, he has like a little more offensive dad jokes. Okay. A lot of his one-liners are very dad jokey, but in like a can't tell him at a picnic kind of dad joke.
I can see that.
Yeah. So it totally makes sense why Mike's so in love with him.
That's the thing. He was the one joke about the guy, making fun of him or saying it's so easy being thin. He's like, obviously not. You can't do it.
Yeah, stuff like that. Obviously not. You can't do it.
That's bullshit. Anybody could be skinny. Oh, you couldn't.
How come you don't do it, fatty? Mark Norman's so good.
Whoa, why is this guy looking at me? He's queered.
My favorite, I'm not going to go over the whole special I watched, but my favorite joke on there is he's talking about OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And how men on OnlyFans have it harder than women because nobody wants to see a naked dude.
Right.
We don't have it as easy on there. And at one point he goes, so I figured it out. OnlyFans is like, for men, what women is the WNBA. He says, OnlyFans is our WNBA. Dude,
women have an unfair advantage.
It was one of the hardest I laughed in my entire life.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
And then, of course, he elaborates because that's what he does.
Yeah, of course. Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like it made some people over here uncomfortable. Let me go further into it. Did either of you notice? I told you guys a while ago, so you probably forgot to look for it. But every time he hits a fucking like out of the park punchline, he does a little hip wiggle.
Yeah.
I don't know why he does it. Like it might just be a nervous habit. It might be like I'm not sure what it is.
Little swag move.
It is. He says, he's got his little white boy confidence, his little way of letting you know, just nailed it.
That's one of the things that one of the ones that really got to me was Where he's like, well, you're a comedian. Being in a relationship must be easy for you. You must be a great boyfriend. And he's like, why? Well, because you're funny. Women love a sense of humor. And he goes, well, you're just taking like one good thing out of what I do as if it's like the cure all. Like that's like if you do that with anything else, you take a serial killer. I'm sure they're very organized and they they clean up well.
Yeah. Child predator has a van.
Oh, I was like, damn. I mean, he's funny. He's definitely really funny. He's not my favorite, but I mean, he's definitely like in the top 3 or 4 that I have.
I'm just glad you finally like watched a whole stand-up set of his. Now you can say you watch one beginning to end.
Yeah, he's an easy watch.
He is. You get to see the progression of his jokes and the story he's telling.
Yeah, because they do start out. I will say, at first I was thinking as I was watching, his jokes start out a lot of like one-liners that build up onto each other,
right?
And it almost doesn't feel like there's much of a flow until it gets to a point where his jokes start having more. They have more substance to them. There's more to it than just one line,
right? Yeah, he starts hitting you with like one-liners and entendres that could be taken like multiple ways.
Yeah.
And it kind of like borders on the line of like, is it racist? Is it sexist? Am I homophobic? Am I actually gay? Whoa. I love how he's always like calling himself out and shit. Like,
but he's talking about his girlfriend being upset at him for watching. Like, why are you watching gay porn? I don't know. Why do you watch true crime documentaries? Well, I just need to make sure that I know what I could do, and if I'm ever in that situation, it's like, who's to say I'm not doing the same thing?
yeah, same.
I still, my favorite Mark Norman joke is still the I got a condom I took a girl home from the bar and I pulled a condom out and she goes, hey, where'd you get that? And I said, they were free at the bar. And she goes, ew, gross. And he goes, where do you think I got you?
Yeah. I don't know. Mine, for some reason, because now I use it for like a lot of things that I explained with this particular word, is when he describes the difference between using the word retard towards an actual mentally handicapped person and actually just using it towards a stupid person. That'll always crack me up because it's so true. Like, I don't think I've ever used that word to describe somebody that is actually mentally handicapped. That's not it.
That just takes me to the Louis C.K. bit. He's like, because we were in Boston, and in Boston, people didn't give a shit. They'd be like, oh, God bless him, he's fucking retarded. People in Boston are just fucking rude.
Oh,
God bless him, honey.
Bless his soul.
He's a fucking retard, honey.
He said, my teacher would just say it. This is Jimmy. He's new. He's retarded.
It was making me think, speaking of like some new specials, I watched Pete Holmes' newer one.
I have not seen that yet.
I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah. Saw clips. I've seen clips from it.
Yeah, but he talks a lot about home in this one, being from Boston.
Yeah.
And Pete Holmes is so like not Boston. Like,
he's not.
If you saw him, you would not know. And he's
the most California ever.
Totally. And he does like an impression of his dad in the special, and it's very thick Boston. And he said, if you knew my dad, that's a perfect impression, by the way. So his dad's very Boston. And he says he's talking about fantasy movies and shows. Yeah. He's like, it's funny. They always use British accents with fantasies and shows. He's like, that's how you know it's like fantasy. So you can't have people with Boston accents and they're like, there's 2 fucking wizards and a goblin over there. Shit's fucking retarded.
I would watch that though. That's like The Departed, but Harry Potter.
Dude, yeah, The Departed and Lord of the Rings. What the fuck is that big fucking goblin in the cave? What the fuck? That shit's retarded.
Imagine if Frodo just come out of nowhere like, what the fuck I'm carrying this stupid fucking ring for?
Yeah, imagine Elijah Wood. What the fuck did Gandalf give his life for? That's fucking retarded. In
my
Boston.
Fucking precious.
And then he said,
you dumb cunt, give me my precious.
Pete said, he was talking about it more. He said, if you guys don't know, he said, I'm from Boston. He said, I'll tell you the most Boston story I can think of. He said, so a couple years ago, one of my best friends, he said, I've known him my whole life. He said his dad was diagnosed with cancer right before Father's Day. He said, so I figured, I'd give him up a call, and I'm a father now. So, I would say, thank you for showing me how to be a good father through example. And he's like, the next day, my friend gives me a call. He's like, oh my God, get ready to feel good, Pete. Here comes a thank you call. He's like, he picks it up and his friend's like, yeah, my dad says you're having a midlife crisis. You said you love him?
Poor Pete Holmes.
Yeah, he said, you can't have feelings in Boston.
No.
He said, people, every time I come home, they say the same thing. Yeah, you've gone to California. He said, by that, I think they mean I acknowledge basic human emotions.
Yeah, that's true.
And then one of the most random things he says, I just found out recently, when you die, you poop your pants. Completely changed the way I watch the John Wick movies.
Oh, that's so true.
He said, get out of there, Keanu. It smells.
It's got to stink bad by the time he's out.
Keanu. If you know Pete Holmes' type of humor, you just don't know that smile on his face.
So many shit-filled pants in that room.
A funny one, and then a funny one-liner, last thing for that special, a funny one-liner I made note of. It's so stupid. But he's talking about, I visited Mexico recently. I was down in Mexico and I ate ants. Like the bug, not lady uncles.
Not lady uncles.
Lady uncles.
I love the way he words things.
Yeah. So it was a pretty good, I would say a good, not my favorite special of his. When he was in his prime, he was hitting.
Dirty Clean was perfect.
Oh yeah. He doesn't talk about religion too much. He does talk about God. This is actually a good transition because transition's a rough word to use there. We were talking about Harry Potter and the Behind the Curtain, and he's talking about like God existing. He said, for the record, people that don't believe in God, I get it. It's totally valid. He's like, but it's like He's like, it's like J.K. Rowling, right? It's like Harry Potter in the book Harry Potter looking for the author, looking for J.K. Rowling. He's like, that's like looking for God. You're not going to find him in your story. But I thought that was a pretty good way of describing, like, you know what I mean? We're looking for God, who is God, but like, he's like this author. It's like, I don't know. It's such a strange thing. When he said that, I was like, holy fuck. He's like, yeah, regardless of what you think, that'd be like Harry Potter being mad at J.K. Rowling. He's like, J.K. Rowling is not mad at any of you, even if some of you are mad at J.K. Rowling right now.
Yeah.
Unless you're Deadpool, then he can see who's drawing him.
That's true.
Yeah. But I thought the creator as an author thing was kind of a cool way of describing it.
It is. It is. I agree with you.
It didn't make me believe in God, but you know.
No, I still...
A cool argument where I'd be like,
Yeah, that's definitely one that makes you, logically, you're like, okay.
If I took a couple hits off a joint, I might listen to that guy.
And he says like 4 times in his special, he's like, God, I hope you're high for this.
That's how he lives his whole life now with his podcast. Like he's a very enlightened person, and he does the ayahuasca trips, and he does all the herbal teas and stuff. Like he's a very heliopathic person now. So,
yeah, and he said, I just wish, he said, I wish generations could go back and see how we had it. He's like I had my daughter on my neck the other day, like piggyback, and she's tall. He said, and her legs dropped off, but her arms didn't, so she's choking me out. He said, and I'm tapping, and she doesn't know. She's laughing. He said, she doesn't know what a tap out is. We didn't raise her on Rogan. We raised her right. people start clapping.
We didn't raise her on Rogan. That's great.
He said, yeah, but she's choking me out. And he said, and when I finally broke her hold because I was seeing black, he said, I apologized to her for choking me. He said, I'm sorry Daddy didn't let you choke him. You have that experience. He said, I wish I could take her back to a portal and say, this is the last... Here, I'm going to take you to a time that Pete's father apologized to him. Just black void. She said, but there's no apologies. Exactly.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah. She said, and then the guy grabs me and takes me to a portal of my dad. It never ends.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, but a pretty good special. I like Pete. He's a very goofy dad energy type of comedy. You have to be okay with like kind of cheesiness because that's his shtick. But he does it very well. And when he occasionally crosses a line, you're like, whoa, Pete Holmes.
Yeah. And his crossing the line is just a little bit.
Yeah. And Pete Holmes going for the neck. Pete Holmes style, Not like the Louis C.K. neck. All right, Corey, why don't you tell me about? I know you watched a lot of specials. We got the new Mark Norman. Mike watched a Mark Norman. I got a Pete Holmes. I watched a couple.
Yeah, the ones I watched leading up to this and can't remember anything from any of them.
Yeah, I know.
That's the weird thing about stand-up is sometimes you'll watch a special. Like I've seen Louis C.K. We went and saw Louis C.K. actually. But I have seen Bill Burr twice and I've seen Billy Gardell twice. And I can't tell you one of the specials they told, one of the jokes they told.
Yeah,
it's this weird thing where you enjoy it in the moment, but then you just kind of forget everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like... Yeah, it's so funny, especially like live comedy. When you're there, it's like nonstop laughing. You can't breathe.
Yeah.
When comedians are like on fire, dude, being there live. That's like the experience of like, you know what I mean? People always say like, oh, why am I going to pay tickets for the concert I can experience at home on my, blah, blah, blah. Like, why am I going to pay tickets for a game when I can experience it at home? And I get that argument to an extent.
Yeah.
Not going to a football game, you save hundreds of dollars, you have a great view. But there's just something about being there. You know what I mean?
Like experience.
Yeah, stand-up is hilarious on TV. Being at a stand-up show when they're on fire, you like literally you can't breathe.
And of course, you and I got the best surprise of our lives when we went and saw Louis C.K. because Jim Norton came out and did 15 minutes. That was fucking amazing.
That was awesome.
Didn't know he was even going to be there.
Let me explain it in these terms, because as you guys know, I am the really only sport that I care a lot about is football.
Right.
And I dabble a little with hockey. I think baseball is one of the most boring fucking sports to watch on TV.
I think
it is one of my favorite sporting events to go to live.
Oh, okay. I see your point. Yes, I agree with you.
So there is a huge difference. You can't say that it's better at home. You don't know that unless you go.
Right. Now, do I think going to the Super Bowl would be an experience, but would I ever pay for that? Hell no.
No, I would never pay for that.
If I won tickets or I got lucky and someone's like, I'm taking you to the Super Bowl, I'm like, let's go. But
well, yeah, then I would go.
Yeah, would I pay $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 for a nosebleed?
Depends. Do I have Justin Timberlake money? I'm going.
And you just had to say 6 or 7.
Oh, yeah. Corey said it in our Hail Mary episode.
I did accidentally.
Why are we keeping this alive, guys?
Corey, did you see that Justin Timberlake video?
Oh, no.
His drunk stuff released?
No.
From when he got pulled over?
Oh, I did, yeah. What's with him and his ex got pulled over for a DUI this month?
Yeah.
Who's his ex?
Britney Spears.
Oh, okay.
I'll say Justin played it pretty cool until he had to be like, I'm Justin Timberlake. Like for a while, he's like, I'm on tour. The guy's like, tour. He's like, yeah, I'm on world tour. The guy's like, what does that mean? He's like, I'm just like, he's so drunk he couldn't even say it. He couldn't even say like I'm a singer. He's like, I'm like on tour. I go places. He's like, what do you do? He's like, I'm Justin Timberlake. They're giving him like the field test. He's like, by the way, man, these tests are really hard.
So he wasn't aggressive. It was just
no, he was the chillest like drunk dude ever, but he did get arrested.
Well, yeah,
he was drunk.
That's how I was when I got pulled over for my DUI. I was like way too like friendly.
The chillest dude ever. The only thing he refused is they brought out the breathalyzer. Oh, the way this works is he's like, nah. But he was chill. He wasn't like, do you know who the fuck I am?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm Justin. That's so funny. Sorry, that's a big side tangent. Justin Timberlake is not a stand-up comedian.
He is really funny.
Well,
he is very funny.
I would argue that The Lonely Island is comedian or
it's
comedy
not
music.
It's not his band, though.
He's in 3 songs.
Some people don't even know the name of my band.
Yeah.
But they're still on me like they want to hold hands.
Fuckers.
Sorry. That's guys that Eminem once had a side project. No, and sorry. All right,
I'm
so
a singer D12, baby.
Corey, did you see this one came out 9 months ago, so I'm sure you and I maybe have talked about it at some point. But did you see Joe List's newest Small Ball?
Yeah.
It's like 9 months old, so you know it's yeah. I'm sure we talked about it when
it's been
a
while though.
Yeah. First joke that stuck out to me is almost immediately when the special starts. He's like, Picasso, right? He's like, I'm a fucking idiot. He's like, Picasso. I went to an art museum recently and I saw Picasso and he said, Spain. He said, that's a big fuck up there. He's from Italy. He's like, and I was so sure I was right. He's like, that's hilarious. They had a big typo here.
And they're going to be so embarrassed when they realize he's not from Italy.
And they're like, who, Pablo? He's like, well, now you say that. That does sound Spanish.
Yeah. Now that you say his first name, that does sound very Spanish.
Pablo Picasso. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I love that joke.
He said, you want to hear something else that blew my mind? Picasso died 1972. So I thought he died in 1390.
Which is true. I mean, I did think that too.
I always thought Picasso was way older.
No.
Dude, he said
the Renaissance.
He said Picasso had a car. He saw 6 Super Bowls. He said this guy was working at the same time as Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah. And then at one point, him and Ozzy both had a career. At the same time.
At the same time. He said he was probably just in his car listening to Led Zeppelin on the radio. That is wild, though. He died in 72. He said, oh, yeah, Picasso, he's top 10 artist for me, easily. He's so stupid, he doesn't know any artists. I'd say top 10 for me, personally. He says, I'm so dumb. A bird shit on my phone the other day. I tried to screenshot the bird shit.
Couldn't figure out why it wasn't showing up.
It took me a good 5 seconds to realize that's not how it works. She said, honey, why didn't you just wipe off your phone with a napkin? He said, I don't know. I tried to screenshot bird shit. I'm not smart.
Oh, he's so funny, dude.
Dude, his type of humor just works for me.
It's perfect.
It's like the awkward, but kind of confident, but kind of like, I don't know. It's just the perfect blend for me. Joe List is that dude. He was talking about another one of my favorite jokes from that special. He said, I have this female friend. He said, and she, very attractive. He said, we went to a party together recently. And Joe List is married, if you don't know. Yeah. So he's not like interested in that. But he's like, so she's like, there's a guy here, very attractive. I want to fuck him. Joe, you have to be my wingman. He's like, do females think they need wingmen? He's like, I'll just go over there and tell them you want to fuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
He said, I walked over there and said, hey, do you want to have sex with her? And he said, absolutely, I do. She said, and they had sex. He said, the next day she was stoked. She's like, what did you say to him?
I didn't say anything.
Hey, I gotta have skills. If any ladies in here need a wingman. He said, then the next week I tried to do it for a male friend, but I'm not so good at it. He went to the bathroom and I was like, my friend, huge dick. Whopping penis. He's like, I thought that's what ladies like to hear. So she left.
Yeah, doesn't he say something like, my friend came out of the bathroom, was like, what happened? I was like, oh, she was stuck up or something like that. She was a stingy bitch.
Yeah, she seemed stuck up. I don't know. And when he's talking about having his first kid, he said, yeah, he said, I always thought labor would be harder. People boo. Like, let me rephrase that because you're all turning against me. He's like, my wife was in labor for 22 hours. He's like, I always thought labor was like, every second was like excruciating pain. He said, my wife was sleeping for 14 of the 22 hours. Yeah. He said, really, I had to sit on the chairs, no drugs.
He said, those chairs are not comfortable, by the way.
Right. He said, let's hear it for the boys. He said, I think I really had a harder time. He said, well, the end was rough for her.
The final test was kind of hard.
Yeah, the end was rough. He said, but then I'm sitting there with this baby, like, and she's like, they wheel my wife away. So it's just me and the baby. I'm just hanging out. He's like, I'm just sitting here for 45 minutes alone. I'm like a single dad at this point. He said, your mom, she's been gone for an hour. She's basically a deadbeat. Oh, man.
Oh, he's good.
But Joe List is, yeah, one of my favorites. Absolutely. And I think you can find like 4 of his specials on YouTube for free.
Yeah, they're all on there.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. And then another guy I watched was, who I wasn't as familiar with, he's a younger guy, Nick Mullen. Do you know him?
I've heard of him.
He's got like the mustache and like the long skater, like surfer type vibe.
I've heard of him, but I don't think I've ever watched anything of his. Yeah.
He talks about a lot of political stuff, you know. He'll poke fun at both sides. But he's talking about Black Lives Matter, and the special's a couple years old. He's talking about Black Lives Matter. He's like, you know, I think the issue with Black Lives Matter is it's too open for scrutiny, and like all lives matter is right there for the taking. He said, if they had made it like hashtag don't kill black people, he's like, nobody's going to be like, well. And then he says, he's talking about Ninja Turtles. He says, I never understood why the Ninja Turtles had masks. He's like, what's the point of that? Like, nobody's going to be like, hey, who was that guy that just... He's like, if I had to guess, it's probably one of the 4 Ninja Turtle mutant men.
Ninja Turtle mutant men.
It's to tell them apart because...
Well, Mike, yeah, that's... We know that.
I know, it's just that... I remember, was it the Michael Bay ones where they didn't have the masks on? You looked at them, they all literally looked like the exact same fucking turtle.
Oh yeah.
No, because the Michael Bay one, they're all very different sizes.
I wonder which one it was then.
Yeah, they look weird without masks.
They do look weird without masks.
And then he's talking about Roe v. Wade. I think this was pretty soon after it got overturned. He's like, crazy that Roe v. Wade got overturned. He's like, women probably thought they were safe with all the trans stuff going on, but the government was like, not so fast, we'll get you too. And he does like a twirling their mustache. Women thought they were safe for a little bit. The government still got them.
Oh my God. Mike, did you watch any other stand-up or no?
No, not really. I didn't, I suck. Last year, I'm pretty sure I said, yeah, guys, I'm going to watch a lot more throughout the year. Totally going to do that. And then it just never, it never occurred to me to like
actually do
I definitely watched a lot more last year. I watched like 2 different Bill Burr specials last year, which fucking phenomenal, of course.
Yeah, of course.
His newest one, I didn't think was like super awesome, but it was still funny because it's Bill Burr.
Yeah, I think we kind of agreed with that.
Yeah, but no, I've seen a smattering of stuff throughout the year, but I kind of like you, Corey. Anything that I've seen that was over a month ago at this point, I don't fucking remember it.
Yeah,
it's all like comedy. The problem with comedy is unless it's a joke that is so fucking hilarious, it'll stick with you forever. It's kind of a fleeting thing. Like it made you laugh in the moment, and then it's gone.
Yeah. You don't remember jokes like you do like lyrics or something.
Right, because one, you're not listening to them. Like a song, you're gonna go out of your. Some people go out of their way if they can become obsessed with a song, they're gonna listen to it over and over and over again to the point where you hear it, the lyrics are there in your mind. Comedy, unless. For example, when I was younger, I've watched A Big Steaming Pile of Me with Richard Jennings so goddamn much that I could probably quote just about every joke in that special.
Right.
But I talked about that 2 years ago. I'm not going to talk about it again. Everybody, Richard Jennings was hilarious when he was alive. It's a tragedy. Moving on.
Arguably funnier as a dead person.
Arguably funnier as a dead person. Awful in movies.
Well, I wish my daddy owned a bank.
His role, I guess his role in The Mask is, I figured somebody
fits
like
the movie.
It does fit the movie, and it fits. He did it well.
Yeah,
it's just to me, I always watch it. I go, God,
the Coco Bunga.
He has in my opinion, he has the reverse effect that Ricky Gervais has for me. Whereas I love Ricky Gervais's stand-up, but I've never really been a fan of his movies, except for him in the Night at the Museum movies.
No, wait, so it's the same for you. You love both of their stand-up, you don't love them in movies.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah, you're right.
Who's been smoking the weeds here, Mike?
It's the exact same, guys.
You don't get it.
Okay, you don't get it.
Great one-liner from a stand-up here. Apparently smoking cannabis can affect your short-term memory. Well, if that's true, what do you think smoking cannabis does?
Oh, man.
That's really stupid.
I forgot one of the best jokes that Mark Norman tells on his newest special is he's talking about the Klan.
Yeah.
He's like, well, what's up with the Klan? Do they even have meetings anymore? He said, I bet they're over Zoom now. Just some guy in his underwear with just the hood on. Some guy up in the top left like, White is right. We will not perish. And he goes, Bob, you're on mute.
and Nick Mullen, the one comedian I was talking about, he was talking about what was her name, Paula Deen.
Yeah.
He said, dude, I'm gonna say it though. He said, well, first of all, her chef hat. He's like, she tried to get like a point at the tip of her white chef hat. They wouldn't let her do it though. He's like, first of all, though, that's the one person I'm gonna defend from getting canceled. He said, like, because the context was she was like something like in a court of law or something, and they asked her if she had ever used the N-word, and she said, yeah, once, 40 years ago. He said, dude, world record.
Yeah, no shit.
He said, world record for someone with her accent, that's the longest they've ever gone without using the N-word.
Yeah.
He said, how did she get canceled for that? Because she said it once 40 years ago. Which I don't know if that's true. Was that the whole controversy? She didn't say it like recently?
It was from like 30 years ago in an old video, like on an old channel.
Was it even recorded? I thought she just, or maybe it was. I don't know.
I think voice at least.
Paula Deen.
Paula Deen, like the chef lady that I guess said the N-word.
That's kind of, well, that's the same.
She is very Southern. How we doing today?
That's the same reason the late great Hulk Hogan got canceled, was because he was recorded in his own bedroom just saying the N-word.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
He didn't do any, I mean, it was something about his daughter dating somebody like that. That was it. There was no other.
It wasn't even him talking. It was his mustache.
Well, it does crack me up.
Technically, that's on the face worm
there. You hear of like other like people who he wrestled with, like especially like people like Booker T, who was like Hulk Hogan was never anything but respectful to me. So he's like, I don't understand. Just like even Booker T didn't find it offensive, but I mean,
as long as Booker T doesn't play Snape.
Yeah, that would be too far.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, Corey, why don't you talk about the stand-up movie you saw a little bit?
Oh, there's a stand-up movie?
Oh, yeah, it's a Will Arnett movie about this guy. He plays a guy who, it's very complicated at the beginning because they go to this party together, him and his wife.
It's Will Arnett, Laura Dern.
Yeah. All kinds. Bradley Cooper's in it, Sean Hayes. Dave Attell made a weird like cameo, but not really.
Okay.
Like he walks up to a comedy bar at one point. I'm like, I think I just saw Dave Attell sitting at the bar, but then you don't see him again for a couple minutes. I'm
really?
like, there's no way that was him. And then after he's done with his set, the guy goes, and we got a treat tonight. He's always here at the Comedy Cellar. We're lucky enough to hear Dave Attell. And I'm like, oh shit, it was.
Nice. But let me get a Captain and Coke, clown pussy.
He doesn't tell any jokes or anything. You remember growing up thinking your dad was Superman? Then you get older and realize he was just a drunk in a cape.
Why does Dave Attell have maybe the best like comedian delivery of all time?
He does.
Sorry,
we went home and we had sex doggy style. Now I didn't plan on it. That's just how she passed out. Fucking Dave Attell, dude. He's disgusting.
Sounds like the music I lost my virginity to.
Oh, I could still feel her beard. Dude, Dave Attell's the best.
Well, slap my ass and call it.
I'm going to tell you right now, there is no more laugh per minute special than if you watch a Dave Attell special.
Oh, my God.
No more. You'll laugh the entire time.
Yeah.
But anyway, the movie's about Will Arnett and Laura Dern are married, and they've been married for like 20 years, and together another 7. And the movie starts with them going to this party. It's shot very like normal day in New York. It's not like a big cinematic movie. It's shot like an indie film with a camera following them around. And they go to this party with their friends and they're having fun. And then they leave the party together. But there's little clues that maybe they're not happy. He's like very out of it. He's like dead in the eyes and he's not communicating with any of them. And they get to the train station. Yeah, exactly. They get to the train station and she pulls out this cookie and he goes, did you steal one of her weed cookies? And she goes, yes, I'm eating this. And he goes, we're in the city. We're about to get on a train. Isn't this a bad idea? And she goes, I don't care. I'm fucking eating it. And she starts eating it and she gives him half.
Uh-huh.
And then they end up separated because she ends up on the train and he has to come off the train to go home because he actually lives in his own apartment. They are separated. That's when you find out they don't actually live together. And he's walking through town all high. And it's not like a funny scene where he's all high and doing stuff, but he's walking through all melodic, just staring at the lights and stuff. And he comes upon this little comedy club. It's the Comedy Cellar. He doesn't know. And he looks in and he goes, so can I go in for a drink? And the guy at the door says, $15 cover charge. He goes, man, I don't have any money. I said, I only have enough for a drink. And he goes, well, then you can't go in. And another girl says, hey, man. And she walks in. And he goes, well, how'd she get in? And he says, she put her name down. And he looks down and sees the comedy names. And he goes, all right. He puts his name down. He goes in to have a drink and they call his name. And he goes up and he just talks about how fucking sad he is that his marriage is ending.
Yeah.
And he kills.
All right.
People like him. At first it's awkward. But then by the end of his 5 minutes, he says, so I think I earned my keep here. So I'm going to go drink some more. And he like leaves. And then the one person talks him into coming back and doing it again. Or no, he does it on his own. He comes back. He's like, I'll do it one more time. He comes back and he does even better. And these people actually like invite him up to the hangout spot where they're all hanging out.
Right. Where the comedians are hanging.
He starts So the movie's about him kind of finding a new passion and coming alive again.
Rediscovering himself.
But most of the jokes are about his wife and his horrible marriage ending that he thought wasn't ending. And some of the jokes are actually really fucking funny.
That's what I was going to ask you.
He actually practiced for a long time and did real sets to get ready for that. Because I listened to Smartlist, their podcast.
Right.
And he talked about how he trained for it, that he actually would go up and get thrown on stage for 10 minutes with nothing and have to talk.
Terrifying.
He trained himself. And so the whole movie's about how he's rediscovering himself, and she's realizing that he wasn't happy because now all of a sudden he's alive.
Right.
And their kids find out, they find his folder with a bunch of jokes written about his mom and their mom, and they get sad for a minute, but he explains he has to do it and he's doing comedy. She ends up,
I have to shit on your mom.
She is
his voice is so deep.
She is a retired volleyball from the Olympics. She was an Olympic volleyballer.
Oh. She's a retired volleyball?
Yeah, she's a retired volleyball.
She played Wilson?
She was related to Wilson.
She's related to Wilson.
But anyway, she's retired Olympic volleyballer, and she gets into coaching while he's gone. She decides she's going to dip her toe back in, and the guy she's meeting to maybe get a coaching job is Peyton Manning. It's kind of funny. So he ends up talking about how he's getting divorced. She's talking about how her relationship ended.
Peyton.
And he says, "Why don't we go get a drink then?" And she asks him, "Are you tired?" And he goes, "I'm not tired."
But in the movie, he's Peyton Manning?
No, he's not.
Oh, he's a character.
He's just, it's just the actor Peyton Manning, I guess.
Okay.
But they end up going to the Comedy Cellar on the night when he has a paid gig, and he tells jokes about how his wife, I don't know, she might be with this. He tells a joke about how he hopes it's not a doctor. He says, because doctors they got a Porsche and shit. And then he tells a joke about how a surfer's even worse. They don't have a job, but they're so cool. Their hair's so long. They don't have to have a job. They're just so cool. Yeah. And he says, my nightmare is if she's dating a surfing banker. He mixes them, and it's a really funny joke. But then he kind of says something like, but it really did make me miss my wife and all these times we had. So she was mad, but also flattered, and it kind of gets them back together.
Yeah.
It's a good, endearing, indie film.
Yeah.
But so it's stand-up is kind of the background of it, but it's what makes him come alive.
So he finds a spark, and she gets back into something that she missed.
She realizes that he had that spark at the beginning and he lost it somewhere. But Bradley Cooper's character in that movie is called Balls. He's this really fucking stupid actor guy who just he's a horrible partner to his wife, and he's just this really funny brain dead idiot. I love his character in the movie. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch if you like stand up or Will Arnett or any of the smartless guys.
Don't look up Bradley Cooper balls on Google.
Or do. I mean, let's be honest.
If you want to.
Paging Dr. Fat. Shit.
They're calling you, Doctor.
Yeah, they're calling. Love you.
My friends are mature, I promise. Paging Doctor. Does your mother know you're a faggot?
Does you know you're a faggot? Not the crumb, the bush.
The bush.
I was just watching Jim Jeffries before we got on.
Okay.
Jim Jeffries, late 2000s to early 2010s, he was really hitting. He is very.
He was awesome. Yeah.
He is very political now.
I liked his Free Dumb special where he looks like Trump on the front. That was pretty good. But
right. But I do prefer his old stuff when he was just unhinged.
Yeah.
But, as people get older, their sets change and their mentality changes. But I preferred cocaine-fueled Jim Jeffries. If I was watching one of his specials, he said, going out is getting fucking expensive if you're a guy. He said, if you're a woman, it costs the same fucking thing it always has, doesn't it? He said, if I were gay, he said, I wouldn't enjoy the sex. He said, but I'd happily take that load in my mouth if it means I get to split some checks. He said, I'm telling this joke he's like, well, mainly gay men. He said, gay men are awesome. He said, lesbians, miserable cunts. He said, you know why? Because they have to live with a woman. That's why gay dudes are always so happy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but Jim Jeffries, absolute legend. I can't remember what his special was called in 2012, but
I was sitting here trying to remember that myself.
Yeah,
it's one of his best ones. The one where he's like, I can't remember what it's called. You have to look it up.
Yeah,
Legit was a show, which I liked that show actually.
Fully Functional.
Yes, Fully Functional. That was definitely it.
And he's not.
Yeah, he's not at all.
On Epix. God, that was a thing, wasn't it?
That was
still
a thing.
Is.
Yeah.
Is it still a thing?
Epix? I think it's, yeah.
Huh.
Isn't Epix like Encore now? What Encore used to be?
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure when you get stars, you
does
also
that
get
count?
Epix. I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same company.
God damn it. Epix is Stars and Stars is HBO, but HBO is Hulu. But Hulu's with Disney and Disney. And
Epix is still around, but it was rebranded to MGM Plus on January 15th, 2023.
Oh, so it changed again even. Jesus.
Following Amazon's acquisition of MGM, it still functions as a premium linear TV network, blah, 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 blah. This is boring shit on a comedy special episode.
Speaking of Amazon MGM, they did Project Hail Mary. Go see it.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I'm so disappointed I didn't get to see that before you guys did the episode.
Yeah. Well, you'd love it.
Disappointed question?
Yeah. Bump my fist. Wait.
Fist my bump.
Fist my bump.
That's not right, buddy.
That's okay, because we have to do a Nether Space Odyssey type episode for bad movies that was requested of us through the live stream for The Cure last year.
What?
Jupiter Ascending.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
The movie I'm most medium looking forward to watching.
I promise you, you know how we've seen a couple bad movies?
Lukewarm.
You know, we've seen a couple bad movies where we were like, that was a nothing burger to us?
Yeah.
That is what Jupiter Ascending is going to be
Damn
to you,
it.
Adrian. I guarantee it.
I'm going to watch it and immediately forget it.
I think the only thing you'll remember from it, because it's the only thing I remember from it, is the cinematography is amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
And I saw it in theaters, so like I got to see how beautiful it was.
Right.
That's the only time I've ever seen the movie, so I don't remember jack shit. I just know Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum are in it.
Mila Kunis? Yeah, I think to be fair, that's like one of the things I knew about the movie is it looks pretty.
It is. It is absolutely gorgeous. Plot, I don't remember the plot. I remember not hating the movie, but that tells you if I don't remember anything about it, it didn't leave an impression on me.
Yeah.
So that's what we got to look forward to. Thanks, people who donated $20 to live stream for The Cure.
Man, I'm having a really hard time remembering any fucking jokes from any of the specials I watched. So I don't know that I have much more to say.
Guys,
really
Corey's
weird.
dying, so
Too tired. I can't remember any of it.
Corey's dying. His brain is now mush.
I listened to 4 of them yesterday, and I can't remember jokes from any of them.
That's, I think
Corey's body
forward,
is pushing all of the blood from his brain to his heart.
I'm going to have a notebook with
Probably.
me. And when I start watching stand-up, I'm going to write them down so I remember.
I was going to do that, but I listened to them on a drive, so I couldn't.
Oh, yeah,
really...
you can't do that when you're driving. I mean, you could, but...
Well, what I was doing at first was I was opening my notes app with Siri and then saying what I wanted her to write down, but it was stopping the special every time, and then I had to go back in and play it again.
Oh, yeah.
After a while, it just got annoying to do that.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I mean, I was gonna say if you just wanted to write them down on a notebook. I mean, Corey, you're dying anyway, so you might as well just start taking risks in life.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean do stand up?
No.
Oh.
Writing in a notebook, physically writing while you're driving. I'm sure that's fine.
Oh, I do that anyway. I write all my hopes and dreams.
Just in a notebook while you're driving?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Sounds a little bit like Stan.
Hold on, I have all my hopes and dreams written right down right here.
That's a blank sheet.
It sure is.
The old Michael Scott technique, huh? Just a blank sheet of paper for all your dreams.
That's right.
Corey forgot all the jokes. Mike watched one special. We're fucking killing it. Mike, what was your favorite joke from
Out to
what was it called? Out to Lunch.
I told you. I think it's got to be the gay porn one. When he's talking about,
of course it is.
Oh yeah,
it's either that or the one about the which he's talking about, or when somebody's like, "Oh, you must be a great boyfriend," and women love a guy with a sense of humor.
Oh yeah,
that one.
I do remember a joke.
Okay, what is it?
Mark, he talks about how there's been a lot of filthy bitches in Florida lately sleeping with students. He said, and they always put the picture of the woman up on the news. My girlfriend says, "Oh, gross! Look at this woman." And I always look at her and I always think, well, I'd fuck her too. He says, "Notice they never show the kid on the news. If that was me, I'd be like, what are you showing her for? Show me I'm a fucking hero. Show my picture."
My favorite was always his. I always loved his stance on like emotional makeup with like men and women because like women wear their makeup out to the bar. He said, but when men have like emotional makeup, like that's how we get women at the bar. He said we just have to like play into it and lie. He's like, and then when we sleep together the next morning, we want to leave. She said they don't want you to leave. But here's the thing: I did my part at the bar to win you over. Now you do your part to keep my attention.
Yeah. Why don't you keep me here?
Yeah, I did my part last night. If you want me to stay, entertain me. Do something.
Yeah, it's your job now.
Yeah, now it's up to you. That's fair.
It is.
I mean, Mark Norman, he's cooking with that one.
It can't all be on the guy or even girl to pick it up and then just only be the one to be interesting. You have to be interesting yourself.
Women are just constantly patting themselves on the fucking Bill Burr. Oh man, I was watching a little bit of Louis C.K. just some clips. I was walking by a store and there was wheelchairs in the window. Is that really an impulse purchase? He's like, oh, you know what I should do since I've been dragging my legs for 10 years? I should buy this chair. He said, I love having two legs. I love it. Just rubbing it in. I think having no legs would be bad. I'm just going to say it. I fucking love having legs.
And he does that. I fucking love it. The way he does that. He's so happy to have two legs.
I fucking love it.
That's the same way he talks about being white. He's like, oh, fucking being white's great. He said, if I had to choose again, if we had to re-up every year, I'd say, oh, yeah, I'll take white again. No problem. No, no question.
I'm not saying, what does he say?
He says, they're eventually going to hold us down and fuck us on the ass. But for now, wee.
Hey, so for the record, I'm not saying being white is better. I'm saying
being white is clearly better.
Being born white is clearly better. Are you kidding me? He said anyone who's white who doesn't admit it's awesome is an asshole.
I could go back in time to any year, like the year 2, and they'd be like, oh, we have a table right here for you, sir. He says, my black friend's like, yeah, nothing before 1980. I don't want to go.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's just so funny to me, like the contradictions in comedy, because back in 2005, Richard Jeni had a joke about how, once he showed up, fuck you, the party was over for being white. Like, is no longer like cool to be white.
Yeah.
And that's 2005. And when is this when is this what you're talking about? Like
that Louis C.K. bit there?
Yeah.
It's not much later than that, like early 2010s.
Oh, all right. Well, they're still very contradicting jokes.
They are.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but Richard Jeni wasn't the universal know-all for racism. So his opinion was not the most important. He just did comedy jokes.
He did.
Yeah, that's the beauty of comedians. It's all perspective.
Yeah. It's true.
You take the same subject, and 20 different comedians are going to have 20 different takes on it.
Well, yeah, that's you know how we do this. We do this show, and we talk about how we actively try as hard as we can to avoid like politics and religion. And when you do stand-up comedy, then that's your bread and butter.
Oh yeah.
I mean, those are the things you go after because you can easily make a joke about it.
It's one of the easier subjects, yeah.
And it's, as a stand-up comedian, you can make those comments and those jokes, and the risk of getting canceled or, somebody up in arms over something you said is less. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, because it does.
Yeah, you kind of have to be to make those kind of statements on stage, you either have to be pretty well liked already, or you just have to be so bold that it just fucking works for you.
Right. Like, we couldn't do that. Half the shit that they say, we couldn't do that on this. And
right.
And expect everybody to just be okay with it. Because
we could not.
We're not a comedy podcast, even though, I mean, I would argue we're borderline that way due to the nature of our conversations. But it's just, I wish stand-up comedy would go back to how it was accepted, earlier in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
It just, you're right. Even in today's climate, you have to either be really liked or really famous, or you have to be so ballsy it works.
I'm only going to disagree in one aspect is I watch a lot of like YouTube. I watch a lot of Don't Ask Comedy and what's the other one? 800 Pound Gorilla stuff.
Oh yeah, I know that.
And that's all like open micers that are being pretty fucking edgy and people laugh and love it. So I think it's still alive. We just don't see it where we live because we live in such a shitty area.
We do live in a shitty area.
But I think comedy is still very much alive. I think it's the one medium that can still get away with a lot of really fucked up things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's pretty open to comedians. Like, I think we could go out there and do that if we did it right. You just have to have a real structured joke. You can't just go out there and say the N-word and then look at everybody like, was that funny? Well, hello? Is it hilarious?
It has to feel like it served like the purpose of the joke, not just like you threw it in there for shock value.
Yeah, exactly. There's people that we all know personally that like to use it literally for shock value just to try to get a rise out of people.
Yeah.
And it's kind of annoying, like when people do that, because it's like, what?
Yeah, because it's not funny.
In what context? This isn't funny. Like, it just makes you look like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
Yeah.
No, it was making me think of but Pete Holmes was doing a joke about like how he had an issue and he felt super shitty about it. Cause again, Pete Holmes is like a really sensitive kind of guy.
Yeah.
He has like a high emotional intelligence, but he said he's misgendered people before and he hates it. And he said, so now he said, I don't care how you present yourself. I don't care how you dress, how you look. I'm calling everybody my friend. He said that's how I've been doing it lately. It's working for me. He said the only problem is now I sound like a Middle Eastern car salesman. He said, hello, my friend. And he said, see, now I'm disparaging one group to bring another up. No reason for it.
He's he might be the best comedian in the clean game.
Yeah.
He's one of the best.
I would say so. Yeah. He's dominating that field right now.
Because like Brian Regan's like the comedian's comedian. Everybody loves him from back in the day. Mm-hmm. But Pete Holmes is still doing his thing and making people laugh. Like one of his fucking jokes is all about how Juan, can you go? We won. It was 1 for 1 for the longest time. And then we won. That's a fucking Pete Holmes joke.
It literally is.
That's the kind of person he is. My favorite, one of my favorite jokes of his is Tone Deaf Jesus. He says during the rapture, he says, I'm still scared of the rapture. And it was like 5 minutes until the end of the world was supposed to happen. I was thinking about jerking off and I'm like, oh no, you almost got me, devil. Not today, devil. You almost got me. He says, I'm not going to have my ham in my sandwich when the Lord shows up to take me to heaven.
Yeah, it sounds like such a Pete Holmes thing.
He says, and the Lord comes down and goes, I'm going to take you to the mansion in the sky. He says, I love Jesus, but he's very tone deaf, not much of a music guy. He says, do you want to tell the Prince of Peace he can't carry a tune? I'm not going to do it. Just the way he's such a good, he rides the line of clean / like, can I let my kid hear this?
Yeah. He's like the comedian that you would like look at first glance and be like, yeah, of course my kids can listen to him and be like, oh, okay, he's got some stuff in here.
Oh, look, it's John Ritter's kid. He looks so much like John Ritter. It's crazy.
Oh, he does. They said, well, hold on a second. He's pointing out some hypocrisy in religion. Let's maybe not play that.
I liked his show. I wish it would have lasted.
Oh,
the show was really funny.
It was. That's how we got the X-Men.
Yeah.
The X-Men was such a great skit.
X-Men and the Street Fighter skits.
Firing all the X-Men. It was so good.
Firing all the X-Men. Trying to figure out how to fiscally throw the Street Fighter tournament, but he's talking to M. Bison. He's the main bad guy, right?
Yeah.
He's talking to Bison. He's like, it's just not fiscally responsible to fly two fighters to a specific country, and then the winner flies to a different country, but then the third fighter has to fly to a different country. He says, it doesn't make sense. Why can't we just have a central location?
No, the X-Men thing, like EX X-Men.
Yeah.
He's firing Wolverine. He said, it's just metal. You just have the metal claws. But like our biggest enemy like controls metal. That's why you're letting me go.
I help. He's like, you do. Do you help?
And then of course the bad man. The bad Batman. We have bad Batman. We have X-Men, and we have the Street Fighter. It was a good show.
It was.
I say give Pete Holmes and Nick Swartzen their weird shows back.
Hell yeah, dude. Nick Swartzen's was funny too. What was that called? What was that show called?
Pretend Time? No.
Pretend Time.
Is that what it was?
Yep, Pretend Time with Nick Swartzen.
Yeah, that was a weird show.
It was so fucking weird.
If you want to if you're high or you're tripping at 2:30 in the morning, search old clips of his show and just be like, you're going to be borderline creeped out and borderline this is awesome.
If you're high, you're going to love it.
Do you remember the two potheads going to the fucking weed factory? Yo, I'm going to make a weed burrito. Nick Swartzen is so stupid.
He is really
We saw him live as well.
Yes, he was great.
The only thing I remember about his is passing out in the lawn and the cops waking him up naked.
I don't even remember that.
You don't?
Nope.
Oh my god! But yeah, he was fucking wild live.
Yeah, he was pretty drunk when we saw him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Party woo.
I was in the bathroom and the guy says, "You gonna use the bathroom next?" And I was like, "Party." No, there's no party in here, pal.
Pip pip Cheerio. Yeah, Cheerios. I love that cereal, British kid.
British kid.
Cheerio.
Who fucking farted? It's like, oh my god, who farted? Plug your nose.
Yeah,
guy smelled a fart and then shot himself.
And then what does he say? He wants to do it with a t-shirt gun.
Yeah.
I just want to shoot myself with a fucking t-shirt gun. What do you think would happen? Anything?
Oh, it hurt.
I mean, I think
it definitely hurt.
I think the t-shirt hole is too big for your mouth to fit around, so you couldn't do it like a shotgun.
Well, I think it's CO2, so it'd just shoot air into your face, probably.
Oh, okay.
It probably wouldn't kill you, but it would hurt. Especially if there was a shirt in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Nick Swartzen was one of those good ones in the early 2000s that I really liked all his specials.
Yeah, he had a more recent one online. I do want to watch it because it's within the last couple of years. Might have been since we've seen him. I don't know.
Maybe he tells the jokes we saw.
Yeah, probably.
I'll have to watch it and see if I remember any of them. It's fucking crazy how you forget that shit.
Yeah.
But I go and see a movie in theaters and I leave and I remember every fucking detail of the movie. I just had such a good time laughing when I'm watching comedy that at the end of it, I'm just so amazed that they do that on stage that I forget all the jokes.
Yeah, it's the good comedians. They just hit you with one after another and there's too many to remember. Yeah. They're like, oh my God, these are all bangers.
Like one of my favorite Billy Gardell jokes I saw him tell live. He says he has Siri. He says he hated Siri, but then his wife got an Alexa. He said, and I refused to use it at first because if you've ever saw his other special, he's a very Pittsburgh guy, very blue-collar worker who doesn't believe in technology and all that stuff. He says, she got an Alexa. I hated it. But then it started helping me with everything around the house, so I started to really like it. He said, and then my wife came up to me one time and she yelled at me and I said, listen, dear, if I can figure out how to fuck this, you're gone.
Oh God, that's funny.
But we went and saw a stand-up. It was a festival. It was comedians for 4 hours, and it was Roy Woods Jr., Billy Gardell, Bill Burr. I can't remember, an older comedian that has always been just a circuit guy who's a smaller Comedy Central Presents kind of comedian. Cannot remember his name now, but they were all really good. Yeah, that was fun.
All right, Corey, who said this joke based on my cadence?
Okay.
My family used to move around a lot. Now they're all fat as fuck.
Sounds kind of like Anthony.
Yeah, it is. I can't do it. His voice is too deep for me to replicate.
Oh, he has one of my favorite jokes that people do not like. The cross on the girl's.
Oh yeah, that's
bed.
So dark.
Oh, it's so dark.
Yeah, it's so dark. Mike, the Mark Norman thing. I forgot to say I love his one-liner. Hey, any gay people here? Oh, thanks for coming out.
He does a lot of those kind of jokes.
Yeah, so when he's like, is there any lesbians here? And he's like, all right, hey, I like your movies.
Yeah.
Big fan of the old labia.
The old labia. Corey, one of my goats, Mitch Hedberg. I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too.
He He has the best one-liners from back in the day.
Dude, he owns them.
Yeah.
This jacket is dry clean only, which means it is dirty. Fuck. I love him. Yeah.
Dave Attell has a similar joke to that drug one.
What is it?
He says, I haven't done drugs since way back there. He points backstage.
Since way back there. This one is so stupid. I don't even know if this was from a stand-up comedian. Listen to this. A traveling salesman knocks on a door, and a 3-year-old baby answers with a cigar in one hand and a glass of scotch in the other. The salesman asks, "Are your parents home?" The baby says, "What the fuck do you think?" What is that?
Do you know what that sounds like? Sounds like a Robert California joke.
It does. What do you think, bitch? It does. It totally does.
And then his son laughs.
The 3-year-old says, "What the fuck do you think?" What is that? I don't even know if I don't know if I can give that like that punchline payoff like credit, because it's kind of it took me for a loop. But what the fuck do you think? For some reason, he's got that voice. He's like the little baby gangster in the old cartoons.
Yeah. Oh God, with the cigar.
Yeah,
he was in the Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, something like
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, one of those.
As soon as the baby's done off camera, he gets a cigar and takes a swig.
Yeah,
come get me, doll.
Drew Carey is to comedy what Mariah Carey is to comedy. Jeff Ross said that.
That's excellent. Jeff Ross, man. He has a new one too, but I didn't see it.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I think I saw his name on the list of new comedy specials when I was looking.
Man, all these old timers still doing it. You got to love like how much they love comedy and how depressed they still are.
Oh my God, yeah.
Every squirrel is a flying squirrel if you kick it hard enough. Dimitri Martin.
I found a Mitch Hedberg line that is pretty fucking funny about
what
escalators.
Is
so I like an escalator because an escalator can never break. It can only become stairs. There will never be an escalator temporarily out of order sign. Only escalator temporarily stairs.
Sorry for the convenience.
Yeah, sorry for the convenience. I was getting a donut the other day, and the guy said, "Would you like your receipt?" I said, "No, man, I don't need to take that home and file it under D for donut in my documents." He's like, "I don't think I'm going to need to show proof that I purchased one donut for 95 cents.
I went into Subway the other day. They had bags of bread they were taking out to the ducks. I did not know. Ducks eat free at Subway.
Apparently, ducks eat free at Subway sandwiches. I used to lay in my twin size bed and wonder where my brother or sister was. And he was. People assumed like he was fucked up 100% of the time.
He didn't even smoke.
No, he was sober on stage. He was just so nervous. Like he always had the glasses on. You couldn't see his eyes, and he's like staring down. He was so fucking nervous. He said he'd be like sick to his stomach, and he always crushed. But guys, what we're saying in this episode basically is if you haven't listened to Jim Jeffries, Pete Holmes, who else were we just
Joe
talking
List.
about? Joe List, Mark Norman. I think that's
I
also
watched the new Kumail Nanjiani special. That was all right.
Oh, Buff Kumail?
It was only all right.
Yeah. In that special, he says, I've never been in a fight in my life. These muscles are just decorative.
All right, guys, but I think that is going to wrap up our 3rd annual stand-up special. If you guys have seen any great stand-up specials within the last year or so, let us know where we can find it, what we should be watching, any up-and-coming comedians we should be looking out for, because I'm not super well-versed in like the young comedian game right now, I have to admit. I'm
not really either.
Yeah, I have my old heads that I'm comfortable with, that I ride with, and I should give the kids some chances.
Yeah, obviously if they're up and coming for a reason.
I did watch Nick Mullins, and he was pretty funny. I would recommend him. He was a young guy. But that's going to do it for our 3rd annual stand-up special. Other than that, guys, to see some very old prehistoric videos and the occasional live stream, you can find that on my channel where I used to talk about movies and review them. That is youtube.com/Baker Reviews.
Baker Reviews.
Thank you, as always, Mike. If you want to hear some awesome covers and some potentially original music in the near future, also subscribe to Mike and Ben's new music channel, Ben, Mike will talk about in our Patreon section. But subscribe to Mike and Ben's Music Experiment on YouTube. That is youtube.com/filthyAnimals.
2025.
Yep. Other than that, Mike, where can these lovely people go to support this show, not just our side projects in a more monetary sense?
Over at patreon.com/Culture Shock Podcast for as little as $1 a month. You can come over here and help us keep the lights on, help us give you this weekly content that we love to do. I mean, you guys, by doing that, force us to get together once a week. Like, you guys are forcing us to do this at this point, but we love to do it. I hate you guys. I do highly recommend the $5 tier. Get access to our members-only Discord, which we are typically rather active. There's actually been quite a bit of talk in there lately, which is nice. Guys have been talking about some March Madness, if that's your thing.
Go blue.
UConn, they're blue.
As long as they're not scarlet and gray, we're okay.
Ooh, that's nice. Nice
on the spot with weed brain. On the spot.
I like that.
I rhyme two simple words.
At the $5 tier, you also get to vote on a monthly poll to discuss or to decide whatever it is that we will discuss for an episode. We just did one. The Departed was a patron pick for St. Patrick's Day. Because you think Boston, you think Irish. It made sense.
We had fun with that one.
We did have fun with that one.
That was the occasional one where we get a treat for our Patreon pick.
Yeah, our patrons were very nice to us with that one. Thank you for not making us watch The Leprechaun.
Not even Jennifer Aniston wants to watch that. Oh. Well, especially Jennifer Aniston.
I've seen pieces of that film, and it's interesting. With that being said, I would like to thank our current loyal patrons, and of course, starting at our music guy, Ben. Love that guy. Obviously,
love that guy.
Doing a music project with him that's I think going rather well, so that's pretty cool. Josie, fucking love Josie. Josie's been here since the beginning. Love you, Josie.
Happy birthday, Josie. Happy late birthday.
Happy birthday, Josie. Tim, fucking Tim. I don't know. You guys throw something out there for Tim's name. You're the stand-up geniuses.
Tim Norton. Tim Jeffries.
Norton. Tim Jeffries?
Jim Jeffries. It works.
Yeah, that does actually work.
Tim Helper.
Well. And we're supposed to work on it, but we're supposed to make a separate tier for Amber to be at the top.
Oh yeah,
still paying $20 because our platinum tier is $10 now, ladies and gentlemen. So
yeah,
I mean, it's not a lot to be our best friend.
Guys, we have a patron that's so cool they want to pay us more money
than what you would think that by decreasing it to $10 they would be thrilled and happy.
They were disappointed.
No, she was very disappointed. She's like, "What the fuck? I didn't agree to you changing the price."
So guys, rate us 5 stars. You know it's good when people want to pay more money.
Yeah, do it.
And totally, she's not biased.
No, not at all. Other than our Patreon, and of course, thank you, our loyal patrons. Corey, where else on the socials can they find us?
On Facebook, it's Culture Shock Podcast. On Instagram, it's Culture Shock 21. On TikTok, it's CS Podcast 21. And on Twitter, X, where I don't spend a whole lot of my time anymore, it's also CS Podcast 21. Come on over and follow us on all those socials. That's where I put out all my movie and TV and video game news, and I announce our episodes so you can get all the links to join us every week when we put these out. So come on over there and follow us. We'd sure appreciate it, and I will answer anything you guys ask. So go ahead and ask away, and maybe we might even read it on the episodes. Who knows?
Have you ever kissed a girl?
Once.
Katy Perry has, and she liked it.
It's true. She did say that. And with all that being said, that's going to do it from all of us here at Culture Shocked. Thanks for listening.
What's the difference between a good joke and a bad joke? Timing.